No, no, no. Not even gonna waste my time with the intro music. Guys, y'all told me that Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy was like Uncharted but with a Marvel skin. What kind of Uncharted are you playing?
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not bad, but it's also... how can I put it? Guardians of the Galaxy is what happens when a developer actually cares about the license they're using, but not too much. Compare this title with the Avengers. Blech, you hear that ugly generic music? And of course it's a live service game, so gotta accept all these terms and conditions before I can even play the damn thing. No, I don't want to link any account. No, I don't want this promo code. Dude, I just said I didn't want account linking. Oh my god, now I gotta pick a setting. And of course the first thing I see when I start the actual game is an ad. I'm pressing the button, why won't it? Oh, I got a hold to dismiss. Square, why even bother setting it up like that? Do you really think I'm going to lose enough brain cells in the next second to consider buying your dumb shit? Bruh, I don't care if it's free, ni gratis te quiero. And of course you send me straight to the marketplace. Don't set the bar too high for Guardians of the Galaxy there, Square. You notice that this title screen has actual effort? For starters, it actually has the title characters on the title. Look at this, they're even doing things that match their personality. Reader, tinkerer, grower, listener, ponderer of morality and futility of life. This game is leagues ahead of the Avengers. You know what happens when you unlock a skin in this game? Flavor text. You're learning, Square. I'm almost proud of you. Almost. Unfortunately, although Square really knocked it out of the park with the presentation...
Oh man, I can't wait to play this.
Oof, might want to watch the rest of the video before you get your hopes up there, dude. Once you get past the superficial part, this game kinda sucks. It starts off great. The world at the beginning is really pretty, the game establishes that there was this epic war, you learn that all your companions have unique powers and interesting backstories, and you may or may not have a cool blue daughter.
She handled herself really well, and you have every reason to be proud of her.
Coming from you, Peter, it's worth extraordinarily little.
Combine that with its small dialogue choices and an interesting flashback elaboration, and the game starts off feeling really fresh. Then you realize that's all the game is, and it's never going to get better than that. Hope you like holding down 2 buttons until you win, because that's all you're doing today, boy! I want all those hours of my life back. The game never tries to develop what it establishes early on. You are a ragtag squad of underdogs that fight baddies, you make binary choices which mildly affect the story, and you fight the same few people over and over. But hey, at least the game is pretty and the characters are cool.
Broke into the...
Do not feed Cosmo, get biscuits, Peter Quill.
The part where the game really starts to drag down is where the cult becomes a core part of the story. Early on, this guy's pulled over by the space police. He starts going off about how he has seen the lie and wants the world to take part in the next step in some religion. Apparently a lot of people went missing, but I don't think it's anything too serious. What? Where did everybody go? The game drops a lot of the good momentum to focus on the generic, the cult is brainwashing the world.
You discovered stuff, and you claim to control energy?
Faith energy.
And I mean, to give it credit, the bad guy's plan is basically to use your possible daughter as the Mangekyo Sharingan to chop the universe into an infinite Tsukuyomi. It's not a bad motivation, and it does allow for heartwarming moments where your squad mates overcome some guilt or trauma that's plagued them. But homies, that's tough to enjoy when right after you go right back to fighting the same 3 types of enemies. Human, beast, and big thing you need to stagger in order to do big damage. And to make matters worse, all you really need to do is hold down the lock-on and fire buttons to get through most encounters.
Whoa! What the fuck? You dead, Quill?
I can't enjoy the story when I'm already brain dead from how boring the combat is. Yeah, the game adds some elemental weapon damage too, but all that means is that you have to shoot them with the same colored weapon. I swear, I've seen Candy Crush levels more complicated than this combat. So remember that these candies are on a conveyor belt, so only the big brain should try this level. Of course, the game will try to trick you into making these other moves, but don't worry about that because us Candy Crush players are smarter than any machine. You see, you put this here, then that goes there, that goes there, that other thing goes there, and... Okay, but going back to a serious note, Guardians ain't all that bad. When you huddle with your team and an 80s track starts playing, it can feel really epic. Oh, y'all were not ready.
Really down here somewhere?
However, whether or not you'll get a song you like is completely up to chance. Now, none of the songs are bad, but I'm honestly really salty I never got to hear Take On Me as I saved the galaxy. It's in the jukebox square. I played this game for close to 20 hours. Not 1 minute of that was Take On Me. Oh, please be the one, please be the one. Jitterbug, are you serious? Well, I guess it's not too bad. But man, this is the perfect representation of what it's like to play the game. Never outright bad, but always keeping you wishing that you had something else going on.
To the floor!
Big guy, taking a knee!
Time to close his eyes! Permanently!
Honestly, the game is alright, and I'd go more in depth on why or why not I like it, but here's the kicker. Right after I finished this game and got all my footage, it came out on Game Pass. So all the people watching this video are now in two camps. 1. You bought the game already and at this point it's late for me to warn you. 2. You haven't played it yet and the only thing that's stopping you from playing it right now is a $1 free trial. So before you either shrug off this game for the rest of your life or give it a download because apparently you got nothing better to do, know the game is a solid 6 out of 10, with a pretty interesting story and at times a great presentation. You'll be hooked for the first half, but towards the halfway point you'll trudge along just to see how it ends. And the ending itself is okay. There is a cool montage where you get different outcomes depending on key story choices.
Cosmo shake away promise. He is no longer chasing stick that is snake.
He's such a good boy.
Нет, Cosmo is best of boys.
A very funny QTE where failing it on purpose is the difference between this and this.
It's okay. Nothing broken.
What I love most about you, Quill.
What?
Your ever-present cat-like reflexes.
And the true final boss, aside from a few parts of the standard hold fire to win, you get to beat by basically bullying him into submission.
That's why your mama dead. Dead as hell.
It sounds more fun than it is, but thought it was worth mentioning because this scene really comes out of nowhere. Guess it was a way of showing off the dialogue feature one last time. Before this, the only real effect conversations had was being able to stay silent to skip a whole combat section.
Giant bugs.
What do you mean, shh? And about what?
There's a new way out!
So it was nothing.
I think it depends. It's got something to do with the freaky fog.
Well, I guess there's a lesson to be learned here. I could just stop buying games impulsively and finish my backlog before buying more games. Nah, that's stupid. And you know what else is stupid? This fucking game and the fact that I bought it twice. One for myself and a collector's edition as a Christmas present to my brother. I'm sorry, Danny. A glass of room temperature water would have made a better gift. But too bad, I bought it for you, which means you too will one day suffer the wrath of wondering who the fuck left the fridge open again. And that's it for the review, guys. I don't think it's my best work, but then again, this isn't the best material to work off of. Give the Guardians a try if you're interested, but don't pay full price. And you definitely don't gotta pay for the collector's edition. It's just a few extra skins, and even if they do somehow come out with DLC for this game, I'm scared I'm going to break the 2 triggers on my controller if I have to mindlessly hold them any longer. So ladies and gentlemen, if my suffering was even remotely enjoyable, please make it worthwhile by leaving a like. Subscribing would also mean a lot to me. Plus, it would make sure that you don't miss any of Cosmo's great gaming advice. Hey Cosmo, Square says we should try out the Avengers. What do you think?
Cosmo would not trust words of capitalist scum.
Well, that answers that. Take care, everyone. Have a good night, and stay awesome.